Week 3! I'm so behind. I actually have to catch up with a writing goal for the first time this month, which is awful. I hate it. Waiting for last week's video to render and then I will upload that. This is an issue that I have not just with writing, but with everything I do. I get hyper focused on it for like a week and then I stop. And I just can't do it anymore. But I'll try and get back into it. I've got Haribos. Here's hoping I do better this week. I present to you the power of pre-written paragraphs that you only need to tweak slightly. I am already close to catching up with my daily goal, finally. I have to get 10,829. I've written 10,790, and that's because I'm writing a nice action-y scene kind of thing where Tori and Lydia get ambushed, and I like writing action-y scenes where people are getting hurt because that's just what I'm best at. I like doing that. I was a hurt comfort writer when I did fanfiction. So there's the original, there's what I'm changing, so I'm gonna be done, good to go soon. So that's good. I'm back on track, man. Happy week 3. I'm playing a multitasking game today. I've got my writing there, I've got my Hitman there. I'm gonna play Hitman and then occasionally write because I don't know what I'm doing. She's in here slaving away as I deem it necessary.
You're making you bolognese.
Yes, yeah.
We've got a lot less onions to use today, so I'm trying to ration them.
Sad.
I still think this is not made bolognese, this is like taco meat.
Oh yeah. We've got some nice
5% fat.
shipments. Woo! I'm sure you'll make it lovely though. You always do.
We're running out of spices.
Oh no.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do then?
Salt.
Salty mince. Salty beef. My favourite. But yeah, it's pretty hard because I'm back on the writing a new scene thing again. All of this, all of that. It's just really awkward and really bad. It's just terrible and awkward and I don't even know why I'm showing it to you. So I've got to completely rewrite it so it's more natural. And that's hard because I hate writing dialogue so much. Sometimes. Kill me. So I'm gonna kill some other people while I kill myself. So I think, keyword think, I've got it to something more flowy? I don't know, something that sounds better. But I don't know. And saying things out loud makes it easier, so I'm just gonna give you a cheeky excerpt. I'm gonna show you the original alongside it as well. So that this is the original, this is the new one. We're leaving. Lydia watched as Elian chewed at his lip, clearly attempting to focus on bandaging her shoulder despite Eric's voice ringing in his head. And if Lydia knew her brother, the telepathy was probably giving the voices already in his head an invitation to join the angry chattering. Eric, we just wanted... Tori's hands were visibly shaking as she tried to clean and bandage her own leg, and Lydia was glad she had her wounds to distract her. The look in the man's eye was fierce at best, and the smoky eyeliner he wore only served to darken it further. You know the kind of danger we're in. You know they're looking for us, and yet you pull this shit. Still. I know, I should have known better than to let this happen. You can't help yourself. We can't get friendly with people, Bluebird. The name was uncharacteristically sweet, and while it sickened Lydia to hear, she couldn't help but wonder why he'd chosen to use it. Whatever his intentions, Tori seemed to understand them, gaze lowering guiltily as she chose not to respond to that. Ordinarily, Lydia might have chosen to respond for her, but she couldn't find the words for once. The spark in her chest had gone out, and all she could do was sit and watch everything happen like some stupid TV drama she wasn't part of. The corner of Elian's lip was chewed raw as he moved to clean the torn flesh on Lydia's arm, and she could see him desperately trying to focus on her, even as he offered his own insight. "We're safer if we stick together," he offered, shooting them a troubled glance. "They already know us. They'll... His hands fell still, and Lydia winced not only at the sting of her wounds. She could see him struggling to remember what he was going to say. She knew how tough it could be for him when he was stressed, and usually she was right there with him to prompt or speak for him, but now she could barely figure out what was going through her own head, let alone what her brother was thinking. "We have to go," she said at last, startled by how dull and trembling her own voice was. "All of us, together. They've come for us twice already, and once before you showed up, in case you forgot that. We're dead without you two." "She's right," Tori agreed. "The controller's just going to keep coming after them, and right now he's one step ahead of us. Leaving them to fend for themselves is exactly what he wants us to do." "And what then? He kills them while we cower?" The words didn't feel pointed, but Lydia couldn't help but notice the way Tori flinched and teared up, desperately trying to hide her face. Something had hit a nerve, and finally Lydia's chest squeezed with something more than dull apathy. "Will we fuck up and do it for him? We're not made to play happy families. We fight and we kill. That's all we're good for." "Are you fucking serious?" She wasn't sure if it was the sting of his words or the sting of Elian beginning to wrap her arms, but the fuzz in her brain was jolted away and she hissed out a protest, snapping to glare at Eric directly. "First of all, you've both already proven you can do more than that. Secondly, who the fuck says you've got to play happy families? You can sit in a room and throw shit at me for all I care. But if you think for 1 second that any of us will be better off alone, you're just as fucking stupid as you sound right now." "They need us, Eric," Tori whispered and shrunk back and focused once more on treating her own leg as if she were trying her best not to be involved at all. "And I think we need them too." Eric hissed out a breath that was almost an inaudible snarl, his jaw clenching and unclenching with increasing agitation. "Before you decided to No, wait. We were doing just fine before. Before you decided to save us?" Lydia pushed to her feet then, ignoring Elian's stammered protests and moving to stare Eric down. "How about this then? Leave. Go back to whatever hole you came from and we'll keep doing what we're doing. We'll keep getting closer to the truth because we've got the balls to put our asses on the line. And you keep running home with your tail between your legs the moment it gets serious, and then we'll see who needs who, eh?" And then it pretty much carries on the same, except in Lydia's perspective instead of Elian's, because I'm trying to keep some kind of consistency here. I'll put that little excerpt on the blog, which you'll find in the description, if you want to look at that. Probably without my weird voice. But yeah, I think I managed that. And in the process, I've hit the word count goal for today, so things are going good. Ish. So I haven't written anything today. I do have to, and I will. I just can't be bothered yet. I'm playing Animal Crossing instead, completely legitimately. And watching videos and stuff, I don't know. Blaze has gone out for a skate for her one form of exercise because she exercises and I do not. And I am bored. So here's the problem. I had a really fucking cool dream last night, and now my brain is going, "Oh, you want to turn that into a new story with new characters and everything?" And I'm like, "No, we're already working on something." And then my brain's like, "No, you want to work on this one now." And I'm like, "But no, I don't want to do that. I'm working on this other one." And it's so hard. Because in the dream there were people with superpowers and they were like fighting each other, but they all took shelter in this church, and the woman who ran the church was really good with them and like taught them not to be little bitches. And then there was like an illness that was making everyone go fucking batshit, and it was really cool. And so I wrote a little bit yesterday, just enough to make up for my word count, and then I started working on that other thing that I wanted to do because I have no impulse control. So yeah, I have a new project. It's gonna be like a young adult type thing, I guess, probably. I'm like that. I have no idea about anything like plot or anything. I've just been making characters like I do, and I need to do some world building because I think it's gonna be in like an alternate Earth, maybe. or like an Earth type place that's not quite Earth. I don't know, I just like world building.
Madness was that I could still follow my 2020 rule, you know, stick to the projects I've already started, make forward progress on my goals, while not being quite so rigid. The hard part for me with anything
I feel validated.
is a plethora of ideas. And the problem with story ideas as a writer is that they
But I'm back on my actual
whittle into your brain, and then
noveling now.
you find yourself.
So today could go one of two ways. I had a thing coming for my birthday and I was really looking forward to it, but they sent the wrong things and I shouldn't be so upset about it, but I am, because it was the one nice thing I was looking forward to in all of this. And even that's ruined, and then my computer crashed while I was trying to fix it, and now I don't have a desktop and I don't know. So today I could either get nothing done because I'm too busy just kind of dissociating at a wall, or I could get a lot done because I'm trying to hide myself in writing. So it turns out the parcel I got was actually a gift from another friend that was a surprise, so sorry shrimp, feel kind of dumb now. I got some writing done. I didn't quite get like all the writing done. I'm 4 words behind is what I mean, but I'll be able to sort that eventually, you know. But now I'm going to lay down in bed at like 2 in the morning and work on that other thing I'm working on. It's going to be like an urban fantasy. I think I've already said that, but I'll explain it more tomorrow when I have a brain. Gonna be real, I am not at all looking forward to writing all these next bits. It's really hard not to just procrastinate with the other project because I'm coming towards the middle of the book now. And I remember when I wrote it the first time, the middle of the book is really annoying and it just kind of peters off and goes nowhere before I bring it back. I'm really bad at middles of things. So I don't want to rewrite the middle. I'm gonna have to redo so many things. I'm probably gonna fall way behind on words because I have to sort of go back through the thing and analyse and change things around, and not looking forward to it. But on the plus side, my bleach came, so I'm gonna be blonde soon. So I'm pretty sure I'm almost there with the word count for today. I might reach it a little bit after midnight, but that works for me. And it just, my brain hurts. You know, my brain hurts. So I'm just gonna bleach my hair. Because that's what us queers do when we're in quarantine. We bleach our hairs. At the moment it's okay because I'm just sort of writing the beginning of the middle, if that makes sense. Beginning of the middle. I hate bleach. At the moment they're just settling into their new home. Everything's fine, nothing's too difficult. Just gotta figure out what they do from that point. Because my original idea was kind of and it went nowhere. Like within the narrative. Like it literally just hit a dead end. Which could work, but I don't know how to write that like well. So I don't know. Don't know what I'm doing. There's bleach on my arm already. No, that didn't take long. But the other thing, now the other project that I've started, that some of you might have seen on the blog already, I don't know, it's called Project Magi or House of Magi. It's a name in progress. I don't know if I'm going to keep it or not. Basically, it's set in like an Earth-like alternate world. I haven't quite figured out all the kinks and differences yet. Besides it being a completely different world that's similar to Earth, but not. Because I'm a sucker for that kind of in-world world. But basically in this town called Marine, there is a building that houses magi, so people with powers who are rare in this world but not unheard of and very stigmatized, like because of this thing that they've got called Icarus syndrome, which basically means that the stronger their powers are, like the more intense their emotions get and the more out of control they can be. And of course this leads to some of them being violent which, you know, it's valid. If your emotions are out of control, you might get violent, because being angry to the point of violence to the point of feeling violent is a normal human thing anyway. But if you wrap that up and then put a healthy dose of can't control myself in it, you got some trouble. I'm trying not to think about it too hard right now, because then it will just take over my entire brain and I won't be able to edit. And I want to be able to edit the novel at least once before I start anything else properly. So that I can at least pass it on to beta readers, you know. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. I guess we'll just have to see how everything goes.